So I just wanted to make a quick video on my 84 Chevy I did. I just put an 87 fuel tank in it and just I think it was a Spectra ascending unit. I just ran rubber hoses for the time being until I can build some hoses. You can see the factories there. I'll probably tie it in later when I get a tank for the other side, but for right now I'm just going to run the 20-gallon tank. I put Quantum Fuel Systems pump in it. It seems to be working really good, no issues. Then I just kind of have that welded up a hanger just to kind of hold that up for the time being. It's a lot longer than the passenger side one. You can see it over there. So also with this, I just found some eBay headers. I think they're a Hugger series, but they come down with a V-band clamp. And so anyways, I just welded up my own exhaust and got a Dorman bung for an O2 sensor and welded it in. I gotta finish welding my pipes. I'm gonna build a better connector there, but just to tie it into the rest of my exhaust for the time being, that's what I did. But I got the SM465 in here. This one has really low miles, and that transfer case only had like 80,000 miles on it, so I put them in here. Didn't have to change anything for placement on the cross member or anything. Running truck pan for an oil pan. And for them headers, you got to run Shorty XL plugs and Taylor wires to make them clear so you don't melt anything. So in here, I had to buy new LMC truck doors. Mine were ham-boned. And put a new carpet in from LMC. And then these are the Intellitronic gauges. LMC dash. LMC door panels. I wanted to go black. Just a cheap seat cover on a wore out seat. And then I kill matted my whole entire cab, and this thing's almost like driving a brand new vehicle down the road. Down on the floors all done up. And it's super quiet. And I just got a 2005-3 eBay cold air intake. Built this little bracket to support it so it's not wobbling all over. I gotta clean up some wiring, but that goes to alternator, starter, ground. Grounded it in numerous places so I didn't have ground issues. That's a BP automotive harness. Factory radiator hoses for 2005-3. These are the Taylor plug wires. Lots of room on there. So that's nice. And I just tied into the factory harness right here. Ran one wire in the cab because my ECU is mounted in my glove box. And I just mounted my fuel filter and such right here for the time being. Just a Speedway 10 micron. And then tied it in there. And I used all them and 3/8 and 5/16 quick connects. And that seemed to work the best. Heat works, everything does, so it works out nice. I did do an aluminum radiator with electric fans. Got it set up to turn on at 165 in the ECM. And yeah, that works nice, so I can get warm when you want it to. And I did a 2.5-inch lift on this. So brought it up a little bit, put 33s on it. You can see I still got the 16 or 14-gallon tank on this side. I'll decide what I want to do there later. And then just a quick flatbed that I have to finish still. I'll weld up a headache rack. And so for the ECM, my glove box is all destroyed, but I just put my OBD2 plug there and mounted my ECM in here, and my relay and fuse box is tucked up in the corner underneath so I can get to it. But I gotta loom all them wires all the way across. That's for the fan, power for the ECM and whatnot, and fuel pump. So yeah, still got a few things to finish. This piece was all broken out in my last pickup, and so I just wanted to get new ones. I got to get new cups for here. I'm gonna go with the black trim piece, and I got all brand new door seals, so I'll put them on too. But new mirrors, so it's dang near a brand new pickup when it's all done. 3-inch dual exhaust. And I didn't want to take off the factory bumper because I thought maybe I might put a box on eventually, and I don't want to get rid of the bumper. But I'll go ahead and fire it up. Oh, and I also run this autometer dash link. I'm gonna just hook it up in there, and I can use my phone as gauges because my water temp on this isn't accurate. And then also I actually have the factory sender for the speedometer hooked up to that, and then I got another one, the pass-through Dakota, hooked to the ECM. But I'll tie the ECM into this eventually. But you can see I only have 36 miles on this pickup, but I'll go ahead and fire it up. Tack works, oil pressure works, alternator. Yeah, that temp's like 50 degrees low usually. I just bent the factory steel line into place and ran a short piece, and then grabbed a power steering line and kind of tweaked the ends on both sides for this. But this is for a 2000 Chevy with a 5.3 tube. It'll hook up to, I think, the 81 plus boxes, right, without an adapter. Yeah, so that's my build so far. And honestly, I got like, I think a total of 8 days on this whole project to go from an engine in the pickup, and then actually, I don't know if you can see that, but that's a patch panel. I put a patch panel on my Firewall because the original motor in here had the flywheel pie cut, and a piece went up through the top there. You can see some of the plastic missing. Piece went through the top, so a piece of the flywheel was there, a piece hit the frame and bent it on both sides, so I had to bend them back, and then one piece went into the ground. It just tore the whole Firewall up, dented and bent everything, so I had to patch panel and do a bunch of body work and correct all that, and bend the frame back, and had to bend my clutch bracket, my Z-bar bracket back, and cut the rivets and put bolts in because it damaged all that. But yeah, so like 8 or so days. I mean, there might have been a couple hours here and there maybe working on it, but where the pickup was actually at the family's place and in the shop, and I don't have a shop here, I just got a trailer. So I just needed to get it running there, and I'd just travel home for a 4-day, 3-day weekend a couple times, and came on back and brought it with me.